Yo, I did this told my he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
It looks like Mase is finally ready to open up about the disturbing things he witnessed behind the scenes at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. After years of silence, he's spilling all the tea, exposing the sinister side of bad boy entertainment. And let me tell you, it's sounding like nothing short of spiritual warfare. From Mase to Loon, to Shine, and the late Craig Mack, so many of Diddy's former artists either found religion or ran for their lives after what they experienced at these so-called gatherings. Tragically, not all of them made it out alive, and the stories they left behind point to something far darker than the usual music industry drama. We're talking about experiences that went beyond just uncomfortable situations or wild party scenes. These men reportedly saw things so dark, so twisted, that their only escape was turning to faith. Mase was one of the first to leave, reinventing himself as a pastor. Loon converted to Islam, while Craig Mack, rest in peace, joined a controversial Christian cult before his untimely death. It's hard to brush off the fact that many of Diddy's former associates sought spiritual refuge after being entangled in his world. It turns out the activities at these notorious parties weren't just about getting freaky. There are rumors swirling that some events bordered on the demonic. Allegations suggest that these parties involved more than just wild behavior. There's talk of rituals, and yes, even alleged animal sacrifices. It sounds far-fetched, but at this point, can we really rule anything out when it comes to Diddy? So what exactly did Mase reveal about these freak-off parties, and what was it that pushed him to become a pastor? According to sources, Mase wasn't just a witness. He was allegedly forced into some of these activities by Diddy himself. The things he saw and experienced were reportedly so horrific, so spiritually destructive, that he felt his only option was to turn to God for salvation. But what was the breaking point for Mase? What did he see?
That shit is like an African chant.
Ain't no more team.
What the f*** he doing? I'm gonna have a drink to forget about it.
If this place go up in flames right now, the only mother that will survive is that. He said he a shepherd for the devil. He said, I don't even feel comfortable being here now after that shit that I saw that happened with Father MC.
Y'all be getting tattoos and have no idea what it is you're putting on your body, okay? Anyway, look who Diddy has on his back. And ask yourself, do you think, y'all know we're going into year 8.
After walking away from the rap game, Mase didn't just disappear, he became an ordained minister. But even as he embraced his new path, the allure of music never completely left him. In 2004, he made his first comeback with the album Welcome Back, attempting to balance his life as a pastor with his love for hip-hop. 5 years later, in 2009, Mase returned again with Double Up. See, that was so dark, so evil, that it changed the course of his life forever. As more details surface, it's clear that this goes beyond the typical music industry controversies. Mase's revelations point to a darker undercurrent, one that many of Diddy's former artists have hinted at but never fully exposed. The freak-off parties, it seems, were just the tip of the iceberg, and what lies beneath is a world of secrets, spiritual warfare, and sinister rituals that continue to haunt those who are caught in Diddy's orbit. To give you some background, the feud between Mase and Diddy is one of the longest and most tangled sagas in hip-hop history. It dates all the way back to the mid-90s when Mase first crossed paths with Diddy. Puff Daddy, as he was known then, saw Mase perform and was so impressed that he signed him on the spot. Mase quickly rose to prominence, dropping 3 albums under the Bad Boy label. After Biggie's tragic death in 1997, rumors started swirling that Mase had stepped up in a major way, becoming Diddy's main ghostwriter not just for Puff, but for many artists on the label. By the time Mase dropped his second album in 1999, he was already burnt out. He had seen too much, done too much, and was disillusioned with the cutthroat nature of the music industry. That same year, in a shocking move, he announced his retirement, citing a higher calling from God. Mase explained, "The real reason why I decided to stop rapping was because I wanted to better my life. I wanted to do something more meaningful. Not all the time is money the best thing for your life. I've seen a lot of people who are rich, but deep down they're not truly happy." But that same year, he pulled one of the boldest moves in hip-hop history. He ran up on Diddy during a live radio show and handed him legal paperwork, demanding to be released from his contract with Bad Boy. The moment was legendary. When Mase confronted Diddy with those papers, Diddy did sign them, but it was only a partial win for Mase. The deal allowed him to feature on other artists' tracks, but he was still stuck under Diddy's control. It wasn't until 2012 that Mase finally announced he was fully free from his Bad Boy contract. But even after that, the beef wasn't over. Mase kept calling out Diddy, especially when it came to the issue of publishing rights. Then in 2020, things escalated when Mase dropped a bombshell on Instagram, accusing Diddy of refusing to sell him his publishing rights, even though Mase offered him $2 million, way more than the $20,000 advance Mase had originally received. In the now-deleted post, Mase wrote, "I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to buy back my publishing. As your biggest artist still alive, I've always shown you respect for giving me an opportunity at 19. But your response was, if you can match what the European guy offered. That's the only way you'll get it back. Otherwise, wait until you're 50, and it will revert back to you. You bought it for about $20K, and I offered you $2 million in cash." This is not black excellence at all. Of course, Diddy denied the claims, insisting he didn't owe Mase anything. He said, "My name is Diddy Sean Combs. I never took anything from anyone a day in my life. The Mase thing. I did one album with Mase. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? One album, and then he became a fake pastor and went to con people." Fast forward to September 2023, out of the blue, Diddy decided to give back the publishing rights to Mase and a number of other Bad Boy artists. But looking back, it's obvious this move was nothing more than a PR stunt. Just a few weeks later, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy, which we all know ended with a settlement. Around the same time, Diddy publicly claimed that he and Mase had squashed their beef, saying, "We're like brothers now." In an interview, Diddy even said, "Giving back the publishing fixed any damaged relationships. People have misconceptions. Mase and I, we're brothers. We might have our ups and downs. But I have unconditional love for Mase. I always give him thanks for helping launch my career as an artist. He was there with me from the beginning." But let's be real, there's no way Mase sees Diddy as his brother. It's hard to be cool with someone who, in Mase's words, robbed him of his legacy for years. Mase has been vocal about how much he contributed to Bad Boy's golden era, and if people truly understood his role, they'd see him in a different light. As Mase once said, "I told Puff, if you want me to ride with you, you need to go on air and apologize for some of the things you said. The perception you put out there about me sticks, and I'm left standing by you, dancing." While I'm the one who helped the label rise after Biggie passed, it was my pen that lifted Bad Boy out of the chaos, my style that kept things moving. People think I was following Puff, but that was my style. I played my part, but I'm not second to anyone. The ongoing conflict over publishing rights is just one layer of this story. There are also long-standing rumors about Diddy's infamous freak-offs where artists allegedly witnessed disturbing events so dark and twisted that many of them fled to religion for solace. Some, like 50 Cent, have even hinted at these freak-offs being a breeding ground for sinister behavior. 50 Cent, always one to stir the pot, posted photos of former Bad Boy artists, fueling the speculation. This saga between Mase and Diddy is far from over, and it's clear that the real story behind Bad Boy's rise and the dark secrets lurking behind the scenes may still be waiting to be fully revealed. 50 Cent's ongoing feud with Diddy has recently taken an intense and dark turn, with the rapper posting a series of photos implying that many former Bad Boy artists either met tragic ends or found religion after working with Diddy. In a particularly explosive Instagram post, 50 shared a photo of Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, referencing his infamous case. Deal had walked into a police station and confessed to a murder from 16 years earlier after reportedly dancing with the devil. As 50 put it, suggesting the spiritual toll of working with Diddy. The caption that followed read, "Jet got high, walked into the police station, and confessed to a murder. Now he's doing 15 to life. Where they do that at?" This post was quickly followed by a photo of Diddy and the late Biggie Smalls, hinting that Diddy may have played a role in Biggie's untimely death. In the caption, 50 wrote, "Big dead after dancing with the devil," a stark implication that Diddy's influence may have led to Biggie's demise. Next, 50 posted an image of the late Craig Mack, who before his mysterious death in 2018 had been involved with a controversial religious cult. Initially, it was reported that Mack died of heart failure, but his family later revealed that complications from AIDS were the true cause. What grabbed even more attention, though, was a resurfaced admission from Mack, where he reportedly said he once considered harming Diddy because Diddy refused to pay him the money he was owed. This revelation ignited rumors that Diddy may have had something to do with Craig Mack's silence, causing fans to speculate if there was more to his death. 50's posts didn't stop there. He continued sharing pictures of former bad boy artists who found God after cutting ties with Diddy. One notable example was Shine, who after serving nearly 10 years in prison for his involvement in a 1999 nightclub shooting that also implicated Diddy, converted to Judaism. Shine later claimed that Mase has long been trying to clear his legacy. He said, "I want my legacy to be known for what I did, my bars, my songs, my songwriting. If you count how many rappers have won Songwriter of the Year, I'm on that list. But people discredit me because all the credit goes to someone else and the jokes come at my expense." Who converted to Islam in 2008 after leaving the music industry. Loon had plans to start his own label but ultimately chose to walk away from the industry for good, following a path of faith. Mase, another artist who had a tumultuous history with Diddy, hinted multiple times over the years that Diddy had made a deal with dark forces. Mase left his rap career behind to become a pastor and has been vocal about the moral corruption he witnessed while under Diddy's wing. "If the devil can use him aggressively, then God can use me aggressively," Mase once said, alluding to the spiritual warfare he believed was at play. Mase's grievances with Diddy went beyond bad business practices, with rumors circulating that the infamous freak-offs Diddy hosted involved more than just partying. Some speculate they included dark rituals. That Mase is finally getting vindicated for walking away from Bad Boy, especially as more allegations against Diddy surface. One fan remarked, "They tried so hard to make a joke out of Mase and call him stupid for walking away. But I have mad respect for anyone who values their soul over money." Another person added, "Diddy refused to pay him because Mase didn't accept the gay rituals. You earned my respect." What do you think about these rumors regarding Diddy's alleged rituals? Do you believe this is why Mase and other artists found religion after their time at Bad Boy? Let me know your thoughts.